Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Study Abroad Week broadcast of the information session for our Athens program. With me today, my name is David Younger. With me today is Alexia Linkas from College Year in Athens, and she will be leading the very first part of our meeting. And after that, we will talk a little bit about study abroad here at Notre Dame and what that means. And how to go through the application process. We'll talk about cost and all those other bits as well. So please direct your attention to Alexia Lingas, and we will get started with the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dave. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Alexia. I am the Associate Director for North America for College Year in Athens. Before we get started, I'm just going to throw our interest form in the chat. So for any of you that want some more information, want to receive a few emails about CYA and what we offer, feel free to sign up here. It's pretty quick and easy, so I'll throw that in there. And I'm going to start the presentation. Feel free to throw any questions in the chat and we'll review them at the end. If you want to turn your screens on, that'd be great. We can be a little bit of interactive. I do have a couple questions that some trivia questions we're going to do. So we'll get started. All right, that's just a little video we like to start off with. It really just captures all that Greece has to offer. So like I said, we are CYA. CYA goes for College Year in Athens, so we offer programs for semester, so fall and spring, full year, summer, and winter as well. Okay, we always like to start off with this quote. It's from one of our ambassadors, our student ambassadors from the University of Michigan. And she says, "Greece is a world unto itself. Walk in open-minded, open-hearted, and ready for an adventure like no other." And this really encapsulates what CYA is. It's a really hands-on program where we're not sending you to Greece to sit in a basement and read out of a textbook. You're really getting to know Athens. You're getting to know Greece at large. So if that's the type of program that you think might be, what you're interested in, CYA is definitely a great fit. So we are going to take you to CYA, not actually, virtually, until you can get there. So just bear with me here. Greece is in Southeastern Europe, as you can see on the map. So we're going to zoom right now into Athens. And slowly you will see the Kali Marmara, which is the Panathinaikos Stadium on your left. And this is where some of the Olympic Games were held, the modern Olympic Games right here. And that's right outside of CYA. So students are able to work out there, they're able to run the track. If you follow us on social media, you're able to see, this is CYA right here. So that's our academic center. And then the surrounding neighborhood has the CYA apartments, which you would reside in, and other CYA academic buildings.
Yeah, maybe.
So a little bit about the culture of Greece. Oh, sorry, we're gonna actually kick off. Well, now you can see the question because I clicked too far, but on average, how many days of sun does Greece get a year? So we get a ton of sun, so don't forget to bring your sunscreen, especially if you're coming for the fall semester, which would start in September. Greece is still very hot. Our islands are open until about mid to end of October. And compared to areas like in the Northeast or the Midwest, daily temperatures in September could still be in the 90s. So just keep that in mind. Question 2. So if you want to throw this in the chat, or if you even want to turn on your mic, there are over how many islands in Greece? Anybody want to take a guess? Nobody? Oh, where's one? Okay, Jaden, 800. Anybody? Nobody else? All right, we'll go with Jaden. Let's see. There's over 6,000 islands in Greece. So you have the opportunity to actually visit many of these, including the island of Crete, Andros, Rhodes, Paros, Santorini, Aegina, and Naxos. All right. Next question. Greece is home to 18 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. True or false? Grace with true, and that is true. So CYA Field Study and optional trips take students to Delphi, the Acropolis, Matera, and more. So a very big part of the CYA curriculum is our field study trips, and each semester included within your, the price for the program are 3 field study trips, and then you'll have the opportunity to join either 2 or 3 optional trips as well, which are an additional cost, but they're relatively low cost for CYA students. So getting to know Greece, we were talking a little bit before the questions about culture. So Greece has around 10.8 million people for their population. Greece is predominantly Greek Orthodox in religion, about 98%, but they do have a handful of other religions and are very welcoming of other religions. And over 50% of Greeks do speak English. They are required to take it in school the same way here in the United States, we are required to take other languages. You'll actually find that more than about 80% speak English in Athens, the city. And once you go to the outskirts and the villages, that number is a little bit lower. So a little bit of a closer look at culture. So what do Greeks, what does their culture include? And they're very big on values. So they're known for their hospitality, generosity, very welcoming to foreigners. As you can imagine, Greece is very dependent on their economy for tourism. So you'll see at hotels on the islands and even in larger cities, they're very dependent on tourism. So they're very hospitable, very welcoming. Traditions, Greeks take pride in their traditions and holidays, which often revolve around family. And if you're in Greece for the full semester or the year, you'll be able to see these different traditions taking place, whether it's Greek Easter, sometimes before Christmas, before the holidays, there's different events going on. And part of the CYA program is you live in CYA apartments, or you can choose a homestay option. So you'll be able to, or you might have the opportunity with your homestay family to, have a Greek Easter meal or participate in any traditions that might be going on at that time. For religion, we mentioned before, Greek Orthodox is the religion, but they're accepting of all religions and communities. There's also a pretty large LGBTQ plus presence and acceptance. It was actually the Pride Parade recently, about 2 weeks ago. Our students that are there right now actually did attend. So like I mentioned before, if you follow us on Instagram, we're very, very active. It's a great resource for prospective students. It's at CY Athens. You'll see the link at the end, but you're able to see all these different activities that students are participating in. So Athens culture, on the left here, you'll see a picture of Athens, and Athens is a pretty big city. Greece as a country is small, but it's a pretty big city. There's a lot to do, a lot to see. You definitely can't get bored. It's a metropolitan city, very big on community. Greeks are very vocal. You'll realize this as you take taxis throughout Greece. Our taxi drivers love to ask students, where they're from in the States. They'll even ask about political affiliations and things like that, just to pick up conversation. It's a great opportunity. A lot of our students, are able to draw on various experiences from their conversations like that. Greeks are also very leisurely. You'll see there, and you'll probably pick up on the Greek coffee culture, which will go into coffee hour as well. Greeks tend to sit at cafes for about 2 to 5 hours and enjoy their coffee. We have a ton of cafes around the CYA area that are very popular among CYA students. We'll go into that area a little bit later. So we're going to dive into academics. So this CYA course structure is very similar to what you're used to back at home, US grading and assessment. So you'll have midterms, finals, papers, and various reports that you need to complete. I mentioned before on-site classes. So we really utilize the textbook. We really utilize Athens as our textbook. So class visits at museums, archaeology sites, NGOs, local organizations. Our faculty are at the top of their field. 98% of our faculty have PhDs or terminal degrees in their field. And we have a whole ton of support, including a language lab and an academic advisor to help you out while you're in Athens. So courses offered, we offer a wide range of disciplines: anthropology, art history, of course, classics, being in Greece. Also, though, environmental studies, political science, and international relations are two of our very, very big majors. A couple of psychology courses, urbanism, sustainability, a lot of different options for you here. So activities that you can, extracurricular activities that you can take part in include a student conference that happens in the spring semester. But if you do come in the fall, you're actually able to Zoom and participate in virtually. Students present their research theme to fellow students, CYA staff, and other Athenian University students. So it's a great way to get to know locals and kind of acclimate with the Greek culture there and other Greek students. It's also then later published, so it's great to put on your resume. We also offer workshops and seminars. So examples in the past have included marble carving workshops, ancient technology workshops, and legal terminology workshops. You'll see that in the photo on the right here. So volunteer and interns is another very big part of CYA. We offer various volunteer opportunities with nonprofits that can supplement your studies and personal interests. We offer a media lab internship, which is actually an in-house internship at CYA, alongside our media team there, developing videos, blogs, taking photos over the semester. You'll also receive a letter of of completion, then you can put that on your resume as well. And we do offer in-person and virtual internships. Our in-person internships, we like to call it more experiential learning opportunities, just because of the Greek laws and things like that. But essentially, when you come back home, it is considered an internship. It's not for credit, but it's to get experience in your respective field. So students in the past have shadowed doctors if they were pre-med track, have worked at various NGOs. We had one student who actually attended the Delphi Economic Forum, which is a conference that we attend in the fall semester. And placement is given to economics and political science students. So she actually asked such great questions during this conference that the economic minister offered her a full year internship in Athens after that. So for students that have an econ background or a poli-sci background, there's the opportunities are endless. Teaching English as a second language, also working with refugees. We had a student that was a computer science major that actually ran a coding course for refugees 2 semesters ago. So if there's anything you're interested, just let us know, and we'll able to hopefully find that for you. And we also do offer virtual internships where you can intern with a Greek organization from your home campus. So summer sessions, just quickly, we do offer 2 summer sessions here. You can take 1 class in either session. They're very travel intensive, visiting various different islands throughout the summer. And then our winter program as well is an option. So it's a 3-week intensive course. You have 2 options: anthropology of the city, exploring modern Athens, or a excavation course. This is a great addition to the spring semester, so you can come 3 weeks prior to the start and take one of these courses for credit, and then start the spring semester as normal, or you can just come for the 3 weeks if you're unable to come for the spring and take one of these classes as well. So a little bit about the area that CYA is in and housing. So we are located in the Pangrati neighborhood, as you'll see in the neighborhood section. So very close to coffee shops. We're about a 10 to 12 minute walk from downtown Athens, and that's where the metro station is. That's where the main shopping streets are, main restaurants, cafes. We have a very, very, very great location at CYA. Like I mentioned before, students do live in apartments, and they all come furnished with a bed, desk, and a wardrobe. Otherwise, there are options for homestay. We're not offering it right now due to COVID, but hopefully by fall 2022, we'll reevaluate that. Roommates, students live in single and double occupancy rooms, and all CYA apartments are within a 2 to 10 minute walk from the academic center. So like I just discussed, the homestay option, you can choose to live with a host family. And this is a great option for students looking to gain deeper knowledge of the culture and a better understanding of family life in Greece. It's also great if you're taking, Greek, if you're taking first semester Greek or you're continuing taking Greek. It's a great opportunity to kind of practice that with your homestay family. So academic field study. During your semester in Greece, you'll have 3 academic field study trips included. These 2 trips happen during both semesters, so both fall and spring. Delphi. So during your first weekend, students visit the site of Delphi and attend orientation events. And then later on in the semester, you will visit the Peloponnese and you'll spend 5 to 6 days exploring Nafplio, Olympia, Sparta, and Corinth. You'll be able to, if you do follow us at on our Instagram, our students had just returned from Crete. So you're able to see those photos live and videos and stories as well. So for students in the fall, they would attend Crete and visit sites including Iraklio, Knossos, different various beaches and hiking. And again, the weather is fantastic still in September. It's a really nice opportunity to visit one of Greece's largest island. In the spring, students will go to northern Greece. That's actually where I'm from, the city of Thessaloniki. It is the second largest city in Greece. And it's a very student-oriented city. It's right on the water. I think the food is better than the food in Athens. So it's a really great opportunity for you guys to check that city out while you're there on this academic field study trip. You'll have some opportunities to join optional trips as well. So optional trips are with fellow CYA classmates and run by a CYA faculty member and staff. They're an additional fee and take place over the 3-day weekends. I think this is a good time to mention that CYA does not host classes on Fridays. Our classes are Monday through Thursday. Some of the trips are built in to take place over long weekends, but you will have most of your Fridays free to do various optional trips or travel on your own, explore Athens, things like that. Examples of optional trips in the past have been the island of Andros, Cyprus, Meteora, and Venice. So a little bit about health and safety. Greece has a very, very, very low crime rate. Violent crime is very rare. The most common type of crime you'll see is pickpocketing, as you would imagine throughout Europe. Doctors and pharmacists. So the pharmacies in Greece are a little bit different than in the US. Pharmacists can actually prescribe you medication. So if you had strep throat or an ear infection, you wouldn't necessarily have to see a doctor. They're able to prescribe that right to you. We do have English-speaking doctors, at-home care. CYA has a psychologist and a psychiatrist available. They come once a month, and then if you needed more, that could be arranged. And we also do provide supplemental health insurance through Generali for students, and then Notre Dame also supplies you with health insurance as well. So student support, we have an open door policy at CYA and various counselors, to tackle mental health and assist students throughout their semester there. So Nadia on the left is our executive director of student affairs, and Jennifer is our student affairs advisor. Both of these women serve as the first point of contact for students that need any assistance or any help, and then they would connect you with the appropriate counselor if needed. So that pretty much sums up our presentation. Here is our various social networks. So Instagram at CY Athens. I said we're very active there, great resource, so I highly recommend that. And our Facebook, we have a YouTube as well, and our blog too. So I'm going to thank you, everybody. I'm going to leave the floor open to questions, and I see that we have a couple in the chat. Dave, did you want me to take on the questions now, or did you want to talk about Notre Dame side?
So let me talk about Notre Dame side, because I'll get into the classes question that came up early on in my short presentation here, and we will go from there. So hang on, let me get my screen here ready to share. Can everybody see my screen? All right, so let me switch to this. All right, so first of all, thank you, Alexia, for all this great information. So a lot of you might be asking, what does all this cost? The program cost for the Athens program is the same as it is for all of our different programs. Notre Dame tuition and room and board, and a $750 study abroad fee. What that covers is your tuition for the program. What that means is if you can get courses with your DOS approval to count towards your majors and minors, that will help you complete your degree progress. Some of the courses are already approved as university requirements, and all of the courses you take that gain approval and credits will count towards graduation as well. And of course, all of the grades that you receive on this program will count towards your overall GPA. When speaking about the classes, one of the questions that came up in the chat was which spreadsheet do we, or which information do we use for classes? The spreadsheet that you see on our website that the student referenced, I will show everyone how to find that here in just a moment. But that spreadsheet, what that does, what that includes is all the courses that Notre Dame students have ever taken on the CYA program. We've offered this program for many, many years. And so there's been a lot of courses throughout that time. And so that course list will obviously look longer. Some of those classes might not actually be offered anymore by CYA. They might have been taught at one point, and maybe that faculty member has moved on or retired or things along that line. But what that list will serve as is a great reference point for the types of classes that you can get, whether they're literature classes or political science classes or language classes and things along that line. Is a great reference point. CYA obviously keeps up to date a lot of the different courses that they offer now. That list continues to evolve over time as well. They bring in new faculty, new courses get approved, or Notre Dame students want to take those classes. And so the course list always expands. So it's impossible to predict now what it precisely will be offered next year when you guys would be looking at applying to go. But there are going to be a lot of different options available. What's also included in our covered expenses are, as Alexia mentioned, worldwide health insurance through GeoBlue. This insurance will literally cover you in every country of the world except for the United States, of course. So, you know, if you wanted to travel home, that would be different. If you want to see a doctor while you're at home, you're on your regular insurance. But if you're, you know, traveling in Italy and you step off a curb and roll your ankle, you are absolutely covered with our insurance. So some of the stuff that isn't covered, any necessary visa fees, obviously independent travel, books or course materials, and your round trip travel to Greece in this particular case. Just like your tuition and fees don't cover you to get from Kansas City or Los Angeles or wherever it is that you're from to Notre Dame, you would need to get yourself to Athens as well. On our website, we do have information about scholarships that are available, both internal to Notre Dame as well as national competitive scholarships. Please check out our website. So if you go to studyabroad.nd.edu, one of the main headers across the top is finances, and there's a lot of great information there that I want to direct you to. So how do we apply? First of all, I want you to go to our website and check out Study Abroad 101. Again, across those tabs, across the top of our screen is one called Getting Started, and Study Abroad Compass is listed there. Study Abroad 101 is a great opportunity for you guys to learn how study abroad works here at the University of Notre Dame, why it's awesome, why you should participate, and it talks about the application process as well. Obviously, one of the things that you will need to do is apply for a passport. One of the things that we've seen during COVID so far is that it takes a lot longer to get a passport than it did pre-COVID. So getting that process underway is a great idea. And while you're at it, have at least one or both of your parents apply for a passport as well. It gives them the opportunity to come and visit you and really makes the experience unique for them too. Another part of the application process is approvals from both your college advising dean and your DUS or DUSs if you have more than one major. Those are simply just approvals. It's not a reference letter or anything like that. It's just making sure that by going on this program, you're still going to be able to complete your major and complete everything within a 4-year time frame. Our deadline to apply, regardless of which term you're looking at, is November 1st. So November 1st, 11:59 p.m., the application closes once it ticks over to November 2nd. So make sure that you have your application in. You can start the application today. You don't have to sit down and complete the application all in one sitting, log in, log out, keep coming back in. You know, if you come up with something that obviously you want to change your application a little bit, you certainly can. We will not look at applications until November 2nd. Application instructions, again, the link is right there on the screen. And we will make that link available to you in the recording as well. So note that our selection process is competitive with all of our programs. So make sure that you rank your programs intentionally. You can apply it to up to 2 programs, and we're going to do our best to treat your first choice program as your first choice program and try to evaluate for that. So let's talk a little bit more about the application. The application, we have 3 short answer questions as part of the application this year. And you can see those questions on the screen. How will this program support your academic growth at Notre Dame? And tell us about the connection between the program and your goals. Tell us a little bit about how your academic, professional, and personal experiences prepared you for success in the program. and then tell us a little bit about how you might respond to unfamiliar situations with maturity or self-awareness and things along that line. Please note that we have changed our application from previous years. Not that you would have seen it last year, but one of the things that we've done is you can answer these questions either with a short answer in text format or in video if you're a little bit more comfortable with that in terms of speaking. Note that we are not going to review the video for production value or anything like that. It's simply going to be the content of what you talk about. So in terms of recording that, you could do that via your phone, or you can do that, set up a Zoom meeting with yourself and record that and submit that. Again, production value has no impact on this. Additional information. So sometimes that might be for students who have had a community standards issue, or they come in as an engineering major and quickly realize after the first semester, that sounded great, but that's not really who I am right now, and my academic performance kind of suffered because of that. Let us know that, or if there are any other special considerations that we should know of. Finally, if you have concern about dietary needs or accessibility concerns while you're abroad, please don't hesitate to reach out to me to let us know. So again, just a reminder, apply by November 1st. My contact information is up on the screen there. You should be able to see that. And visit our website at studyabroad.nv.edu. So the next thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to take you to our website. You can all see our website on the screen, right? So to highlight this, some of the websites that I talked about, first thing is under Getting Started and Study Abroad Compass. Right here is where you access Study Abroad 101. You will need a NetID and password to log in, but definitely comb through that and get a sense of that information. Finally, under Programs, if you want to visit our website about the program, simply click on Programs and come right down here to Athens, one of the very first ones listed. So you can click here and learn more and apply. And then from the page here itself, lots of information on our website. You can look and see what the student experience is. There's some great videos here as well. Information about costs, logistics, program requirements, and then finally the apply. Scroll all the way down and click Apply Now. You'll have to log in with your NetID and password. That's how you'll get started with this. And then finally, I do want to go back to our main page and under Finances and draw your attention to all the costs that I talked about for one, but also all of our different funding opportunities are listed here, whether it's Notre Dame funding or non-Notre Dame funding and the opportunities that may be available to you. And then for the people who wanted to know about the courses that we were talking about, again, you go to Programs, and then from our sidebar, you're going to select Courses. You're going to pull up this document here, and a lot of students see this document and go, holy moly, 870 pages. Trust me on this, bookmarks are your friend. So you're going to want to select bookmarks and go by location and simply select Athens. And then all the courses that show up there are courses that Notre Dame students have previously taken. If it has an attribute such as a university requirement or a European studies course or things along that line, it's going to be listed here under course attributes. And all of these courses have been taken in the CYA program before. And as you can tell, the list goes on for quite a while. So I don't know if the CYA is offering this many courses still, but as you can tell, you can get a good sense of the progression of courses that CYA has had over the time. So any questions? Oh, I can see another question came in while I was sharing my screen. Approvals are due by December 1st. So the application is due November 1st. You have to identify your approvers before that time, but the approvers have until December 1st to get their approvals in. Any other questions for either CYA or us?
And Dave, just to touch up on the courses, just so everybody knows, if you visit our website at cyathens.org, you're able to click on either fall or spring semester and the courses that we're going to be offering. They could change by 2 or 3, but primarily the courses we'll be offering would be listed there for the following semester, just for easy reference.
Other questions today? Great. All right, well, feel free to reach out to either one of us. We've given you our contact information, of course. Please feel free to reach out either directly to CYA or me with any questions that you have. And we will get a recording of this meeting. If you joined late, we will get a recording of this meeting up sometime early next week. So you'll have a chance to catch in the front half of the meeting as well. And we will talk to all of you again another time. Looking forward to seeing your applications. Thank you.